So 2026 is around the corner, and every single content I'm seeing is do this to have a perfect 2026. Three things you need to do to have a splendid 2026. Do this, do that. And honestly, they are not wrong, but honestly, if I see one more content like that, I'm going to lose it because when it comes to growth, there are some things that we are not actually being told. That they are not telling you the actual truth. They are not telling you things that are very relatable. Like when it comes to human life, they are just judging it based on their personal perspective, of which is wrong. But there's something I've come to understand about growth, that growth and personal development all boils down to the person's life, the individual aspect you want to grow on. So, here are five habits you should drop in 2025. Relatable ones. This video is not going to be the normal one you see on the internet that just combines you with informations that you're not going to use. No, it's based on aspect that you haven't even really looked at, right? But like they say, the little things count. The little things are the foundation. They are the basic things. They are the main things. So hi there, my name is Irene Benebar and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, a big welcome to you. And if you're a returning subscriber, you're the real VVIP. So let's get right into the video. Shall we? First habit you need to drop in 2025 to make 2026 count or different from other years that you have been living the same way is to drop self deception. Some of us have been deceiving ourselves and we don't know it. What do I mean? You need to improve on the quality of person that you are. That is building yourself daily in the direction of where you're going. This all boils down to the person starting the year. You that want to start the new year. Yes, you've written new year resolution, but the quality of person that you are is poor. You're someone that goes late to work. You're someone that doesn't take note of details. You're someone that you don't work on your spending, you don't plan long-term goals. And let me say, hey, you want to own a building this year and you have shopaholic attitude. There's no way you're going to do that if the quality of person that you are isn't good enough. So you have to kill self-deception and work on yourself. I'm not saying you should be perfect. Drop your perfect self in 2025. Perfection doesn't get anything done, consistency does. So you ask yourself, how am I going to improve on the quality of person that you are? I always take athletes as examples. If a footballer wants to be better, wants to lead in his team, what you have to do is train more, improve on his football skills. So you want to have financial freedom. You don't even have simple work ethics. You don't even have simple saving attitude, simple investment goals. I'm not saying you should start killing yourself. I'm just saying improve on the quality of the person that you are. That alone will enable you. That alone is the first step in you becoming better in 2026. So you know those bad areas, those bad habits that has been taking you back, weighing you down. Let's drop them in 2025. Let's become better. You're rude, you're not nice. Let's drop them. I'm not saying you should become good overnight. No. Let's drop them. Let's face it and work on it. The second habit that you need to drop is drop toxic productivity. In as much as you want to grow, the person you're learning from, their life is different from yours. You don't need to be so hard on yourself. Do what works for you, because you trying to compare your chapter 1 with someone's chapter 22, you're just going to be moving in a circle and you're going to be exhausted at the end of the day. So rather than burn out and try to change your life in 1 month, how about 6 months or even 1 year? Start with building systems that will serve you long term. Don't compare yourself with someone else. Don't be too hard on yourself. Do what works for you. Some of us expect growth to be like as the snap of a finger. No, growth is not like that. So don't expect your growth or your healing to be straightforward or linear. Growth doesn't work like that. I've said this a lot in my videos. It doesn't follow a straight path. I told you that most times, in as much as you try to grow, whenever you see that you have actually faltered or something, all you have to do is get back on track because you can't change your life in 1 week. That's the truth. So don't be disappointed when your growth is not quick. I'm speaking from experience, so don't be, because growth is not something that just happened all of a sudden. Even to get new habits, you don't learn new habits in a day. It takes you months, it takes you sometimes 3 months to inculcate a good habit. I can remember in my growth journey, I sometimes feel disappointed in myself that something that I've been working on for months, sometimes I see myself trying to lose it. But that's it. When you see yourself losing it, you need to get back on track. So, another thing to note about growth is that you're going to get similar challenges, right? Going to get similar challenges, and each challenges comes with its own intensity. So yes, it could be that you are working on your anger issues, right? And maybe you tend to shout a lot, but you're working on yourself, you're working on that your growth part, and few months you have been able to control your anger, but then you tend to lose it in a different scenario. Don't be disappointed in yourself. You have to just compare this scenario. Okay, this scenario that happened, has it been something that has happened to me before? Why was I triggered? Do you understand? That's how growth starts. That's how growth progresses. So growth is not going to happen in a split second. The person that you're looking at, yes, it's good to look at them, but also you need to figure out the process. You need to think on the sacrifices it took that person to get to where they are, right? So growth is not going to be all of a sudden. So for this year 2026, you can choose one thing and decide to use the year to work on it. Yes, you can use a year, you can use 6 months to grow on that aspect. And I know you'll do so well and become the best version of yourself. Okay. So the third habit we need to work on is to have boundaries. Do not give too much of yourself that there's nothing left for you. Learn to say no and be graceful about it. I've talked about the power of saying no. I've also used myself as an example. So if you've been following most of my videos, I've shared my experiences and the breakthroughs I have just by saying no. You need to create boundaries. Boundaries saves you a whole lot of trauma. You can't trust everybody and you can't please everybody. All you need to do is to return the energy that you're being served. Don't chase emotionally unavailable people, because there are people that drains you. There are people that keep you stuck. If you notice people like that, all you have to do is withdraw from them. I think after this video, just have a self-reflection on your relationship you have been keeping with a lot of people. How have they impacted you? How have they helped you? I'm also going to encourage you by telling you a scenario, a recent scenario that just happened this year. We have not gotten to the new year, but there are people that always want to test you, that always want to push you beyond your boundaries. And if you don't say no, like they always say, now for clap, that's the start. And if you don't say no, it's going to keep on reoccurring. I'm this kind of person that I can go all out when it comes to service. Honestly, I can go all out. But there are people that they want to use your service for nothing, for granted. They want to take the fact that you don't get angry and they want to use it against you. They want to step on your toes. You set them straight. So don't chase people that are emotionally unavailable. You're there for them, but they are not there for you. Most times, if you're giving care, yes, you know you're giving care, but you see that level where you have to push yourself, go the extra mile for somebody that won't go the extra mile for you. Uh, don't try that in 2026. And if you want to feel seen, do some underground work, which is working on yourself. If you want to be noticed, you want to eye service, I'm always against eye service. So if you want to feel seen, the only way you can feel seen is when you have value. I always talk about value. So work on yourself, be good at what you do, be the best at what you do. That's how you gain relevance, right? So let's make 2026 better, that our enemies will not see our back, right? I'm so serious on this point, too, honestly, because if you say no, the peace that comes with saying no, I'm not saying you should be unavailable to everybody, but there's this peace that comes with saying no. If you don't even know how to say no, there are videos online. You can just type how to say no gracefully. I think the internet will provide you with a lot of. They have chick ladies that like to, explain, tell you how to act and all of that. Watch videos like that because I've always noticed that most times you become the enemy to someone that takes you for granted when you say no. Honestly, I can remember saying no to someone that was so close to the family, and till today, the lady doesn't even look at my side, and I don't care. I explained to you that I'm exhausted. I explained to you that I can't do that, and I'm the person that is always available. So when I can't be available based on my health, you take it against me. You can see how funny people are. So when you see that people expect you to go extra mile when they can't do that for you, or they want you to exhaust yourself that there's nothing left for you, no. Down to your health. No, I think we always have people like this. Let's try set standards that makes them respect themselves and respect us in this coming year, right? So the fourth habit is anything or anyone that will make you feel less of yourself or compare yourself. Drop it in 2025. That is, unfollow that friend, delete that number, delete that sad playlist, because what you listen to really matters, right? Anything that will make you feel less of yourself, that won't push you to where you're going to, we need to get rid of it. Block that number. There's peace that comes with blocking. Have a mindset of celebrating your wins and also have a perspective of where you're going to. Like I always say, have a picture in your mind. It could be as little as having a mentor. So just have a perspective, something like a guideline. Like earlier, in my other videos, I've made a video of me having a mojo, a simple mojo, a word that you can keep at the back of your mind that keeps you focused. It could be that you already have a mentor or somebody that you're looking up to. So you don't have to feel sad. Instead, you need to draw inspiration from that person. You need to tell yourself that, okay, very soon, this is how my life is going to be. This is how I'm going to start living. So all you have to do is embrace the uniqueness of your own journey, because that's what makes you special. That's what makes you you. Your journey is different from another person's journey. Your life is different from another person's life. And this point is kind of like related to my second point that said drop toxic productivity. What do I mean? You can just start by taking simple steps. Taking, for example, now, in this aspect of dropping anything that will make you feel less of yourself, there's some of us that would want to, let me say something as simple as staying fit, right? you want to stay fit. You can start with building systems that will enable you to stay fit. What do I mean? It's not by having a subscription at the gym. It could be baby steps like eating healthy, not eating late, taking simple walks, because some of us will shuffle vehicle from one vehicle to another, we shuffle different vehicles. We don't even want to walk. So simple steps like that. And most of us, we do eat late. So you can even get to the point of subscribing to your mentor or your celebrity's gym and still look the way you are, because you haven't built a system that you can actually follow that will work for you. Just like having something that works for you. Don't do things because this person is doing it. And don't be in contact with people that want you to be emotionally exhausted, that want you to like stress yourself and lose it. Because anything and anybody that you tend to say no to, that sees you as an enemy, that person is not your friend. That person doesn't mean well for you. And I got to know about it here in 2025. I got to learn about it because I know that this lesson that I've learned in 2025 and I'm taking it to 2026 and I'm enabling you to do so as well. Nobody will be able to take advantage of me, because someone that is knowledgeable, people will not easily take advantage of that person. If you're knowledgeable about a certain thing, you will not be easily taken advantage of. So we all have people like this in our surroundings, in our workplace, in our churches, in our family gatherings, people that even if you explain to them that what you normally do for them, you can't because of your health, they will look at you as the enemy. So people like that, you need to avoid them so that you can be more productive in the new year. You need to do some self-reflection. So anything or anyone that will make you feel less of yourself, just start distancing yourself. I'm not saying you should go and quarrel the person. I'm not saying you should confront the person, but you can use wisdom, in how you deal with that person. So the fifth habit you need to drop in the year 2025 is to not ignore your intuition. Don't ignore your intuition in 2026. I'm sure a lot of us have had experiences of us ignoring our intuition, and we have all paid greater price for it. I too can relate to it because I know that there are times when your gut tells you something, or you have this feeling, this mundane feeling about a person, but you just tend to ignore it because you feel you know better. Don't do that in 2026. Drop that attitude of you ignoring your intuition in 2025. Personally, for me, I would advise to get close to the Holy Spirit because I've already started working on this. I did not ignore my intuition. I started working on not ignoring my intuition, and that alone enabled me to say no, because I know I've done a lot of video about saying no. Please go check it out. I've done a lot of video on that. So even the Holy Spirit helped me to say no gracefully. So personally for me, I would recommend getting close to the Holy Spirit, getting to know Him, involving Him in your day to day activities, because He's the best friend anyone can have. Like, He reveals things to you. Like, you can call Him your conscience, you can call Him your God, you can call Him your intuition. But to me personally, the Holy Spirit have really been helping me, and I want to be big on the Holy Spirit. He tells you the relationships to keep. He tells you what to even say. Sometimes you feel a scenario play out in your mind, and when you come out you see that that's the same thing you were thinking about, and then you know the best answer to answer a certain scenario, and everything turns out right. So I would advise to get so close to the Holy Spirit in 2026. Don't ignore your gut feeling. And I know that 2026 is going to be a very great year. So do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I know this video will be so helpful to you, but it will also be helpful to others. It will be helpful to your friend. So subscribe and give this video a thumbs up so that other people can see it and learn from it. Do well to also let me know in the comment section habits that you're going to be letting go in 2025 so that we can all learn together. As you all know, I love to read your comments and they give me dopamine too. So subscribe and comment and see you in my next video. Bye for now.